Hi, this is Captain Russ from the Misty Maiden. We're up on the hard for the winter here in Greenport, New York, and I'm dealing with a diesel tank leak. We had developed a leak late in the end of the season, and it actually stopped. What I thought was that the leak was up along the side of the tank, and that it basically was just stopping because the level of diesel had decreased below the line of the leak. That turned out not to be true. What happened was all the gunk on the bottom of this 30-year-old diesel tank simply packed into the hole at the bottom and stopped the leak. So I don't know if you know this, but Morgan 41s come with about 86 gallons of diesel storage in this particular vintage, and that's all well and good, except the tank was sort of built around the boat. The boat was sort of built around the tank. What that means is that if you go to take this tank out, you're going to be really disappointed. So what I've decided to do, rather than try to take the tank out, or what a lot of people do, is they cut the tank out and then replace it with two smaller tanks that are sort of daisy chained together. I decided to try to fix this tank. So step one was I cut a fairly large hole and got in there and cleaned everything, brushed it out real good. And now I got this 3/16 inch aluminum plate and a massive nitrile gasket. What we're going to do is we're going to use an aircraft grade diesel tank sealant, and we're going to use a thickened version to fill it in the seams of the tank and whatever little divots we find. Then we're going to use a thinned out brush on version of the same sealant to finish sealing the tank. This is a nitrile based sealant that has been approved by the military to seal tanks, so that should be cool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bolt about every inch or so through the 3/16 inch steel plate, aluminum plate, and then and bolt it onto the tank. We'll show you some video of that when we get there, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use aluminum bolts so that we don't have any disagreement with the metal. So we're going to drill through, we're going to tap this, we're going to run the bolts through from the inside, use some red Loctite, permanent Loctite. So what we're going to end up is we're going to have studs sticking out all along the tank, and the plate's just going to fit right up against there. How do I know the plate's going to fit right up against there? Because I'm going to drill the plate and the tank at the same time. And I'm going to tap the holes, I'm going to put the bolts through with the Loctite, and then I'm going to use the aircraft grade sealant to seal the bolts against the tank. So that'll be nice and tight. I'm going to bolt the plate back on. And as an added feature, I'm also going to add a sight glass to the bottom of the tank. So we're going to have a valve down here on the bottom, and I'm going to run a silicone tube, clear silicone tube up to the top of the tank, where we can constantly see where the level of the diesel is. Well, that's the plan for the winter. If you're interested, I'll probably post another video about how this project's going. Hopefully it will not be a sad video. And hit me up in the comments if you want to see how we're doing. Thanks.